Warning, the following stunts are done by trained professionals. Actually, we're not trained. Robbie is just a dumbass and decided to do a drunken fantasy football podcast. The thoughts, opinions, and takes are ours and ours only. It is not our fault if you lose in fantasy football or sports gambling. Viewer discretion is advised.
What is good, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Rumboyz, Robbie. Is Drop the Mic FF. What is going on, bro? What is good? What is good?
What is up? What is up? What's going on?
Right now I am getting us posted onto our Instagram story. Currently, just making sure that people come and they tap into the live stream. There we go. And then we just throw an emoji on there. Done, and posted. As always, ladies and gentlemen, hold on. Before we do anything. Ooh, that mile high air pressure. I don't know if
it's bubbling. It's bubbling.
Squirted on me.
Oh. That sounds like a personal problem.
Cheers to me. Cheers to you, all the Rumboyz and girls. What it do? Just
y'all.
Just gonna kick back, enjoy. A Mickey tonight. Oh my god.
It's not your friend, is it?
Not right now. That was a very rough entrance into the stream.
Yes.
Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Rumboyz After Dark, your favorite Friday night fantasy sports betting, as well as news, hot takes, debate, everything.
Sports shit.
It's sports shit. I'm dead. We have you guys covered from the top all the way to the bottom. Don't worry, this show is going to last a lot longer than a Conor McGregor fight. What? Good? Too soon. Let's go ahead and let's lead off. Let's go ahead.
It's not too soon.
No. Let's lead off. Let's lead off with that. I mean, being that I've already one-linered it. I mean, no need to come back to it later. Conor McGregor last week enters the octagon and he blows his fucking knee out. Thoughts. Who lasted longer, Aaron Rodgers or with the Jets or Conor McGregor?
Aaron Rodgers.
Proceed. Drop your take.
Unlike a lot of people that we know, I was not going for Conor. I wasn't as excited for that fight as I was other fights on the card. Go Patty the Batty.
That fight was lit. I
did want Max to win. I did want Max to win going in. Did I want it to end like that after having like 30 seconds before that happening, before the initial injury, having a shot of proper 12? No, that was not in the cards for me that night. However, that is exactly what happened.
What you get for having proper 12? That shit tastes like soil. It tastes like fucking fertilizer.
I'd rather have Jameson.
Jameson.
So
by myself.
I do not think he was injured earlier. I want to get that out of the way.
Yeah.
I think it was pure strategy, but here's the thing. Max goes and moves out of the way. He tries to readjust.
Pure strategy what?
No, his strategy was to go out and throw like a crazy kick like he did with Aldo. But what I'm saying is he goes out, he was practicing that kick in the back. He goes out and he throws it. Max gets out, tries to get out of the way, does get out of the way. But what he did wrong was instead of just landing and throwing the kick or whatever, he tries to readjust in the air, and then his leg doesn't land in the same angle that it was originally going to land in. And I think that had something to do with it.
I think that years of
let's get
hang on. I think years of excessive usage of explicit
Strickland said it.
substances.
No, let's say it. Sean Strickland came out and said he wouldn't have blown his knee out if he didn't use steroids.
Yep. I think that the steroid usage for sure. I think the steroid usage is just what science has proven of what steroids does to athletes. Like, I don't know if you saw that whole like enhanced games BS that took place like a couple of months ago. Like, you know, like those athletes were just weren't, it was terrible. It just wasn't good sport. And just that's what I kind of feel like that played a part in it. The amount of excessive drinking, the amount
just everything. And 5 years off doesn't help.
Yeah,
I hope he doesn't come back.
5 years off. You're what? He's 38. Like, you know, bro, the first thing that you're gonna throw out after not being in a ring for 5 years is a fucking flying knee. Who are you, the Karate Kid?
No, and
hold on.
Yeah.
I felt like he should have never returned in the first place. Like,
100. I'm on your side on that.
I feel like he should have never returned in the first place. I understand that he's saying that he wants to return and he's going to return. I think that it is asinine if he chooses to. I don't think that the fans even want to see this anymore. I don't think that it's in the UFC's best interest. If you are the UFC, you might as well, okay, you know what, we'll throw you on, you know, early side of a card. Keep our costs low on you because you're clearly a fucking liability. The last time that we saw him, Joe Rogan was interviewing him in the corner of an octagon with his legs snapped in half.
You know when he should do. You know when they should put him on. You're gonna agree with me on this.
Probably not.
No, you will. If they're gonna put him on a card, or whatever, they should put him as you got real dark. Oh, there you go. There's your light back. Yep. He should be put on the third card, the third fight. So not the co-main, but right below the co-main, on a specific fight card at Wembley with Paddy the Baddy as the main event.
Yeah, I mean that could be the only way that I would see that. I mean,
because
but at that point,
it's over in England. It's over
it's on their side of the pond. You know that, okay, but even still, you know, and to Patty's point, you brought up Paddy earlier. Yeah. You know, to Patty's point, what he said, you know, in his reaction during it, I don't know if you saw his reaction.
Yes,
it's make me the face of the UFC now.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm completely in on it. You know, make Patty the face of the UFC at this point. Sapporo got dumped at the fucking White House card. That was been a farce. I feel like that the product of the UFC, I'll say this again, I've said it before, it is highly watered down and is highly washed down. And I think that losing the money on the Conor McGregor, you know, whole experiment of trying to blow that up, it just blew up in their faces. And then on top of that, their production team not even able to get right who the fuck Shakur Stevenson is.
That was dumb as hell.
After you just paid him a bunch of money. Like,
did you hear Dana?
Yeah. Dana went I'm glad he finally went off about it because, you know, it seems like, and it seems mighty funny that they tend to get black athletes wrong, you know, and UFC's going down the path that it is. So, you know, just kind of throwing that out there. The two kind of, I feel like, go hand in hand. I feel like that is someone like, oh, I'm being funny. And it's like, no, you're not being fucking funny.
So I have one more thing that I want to bring up about this. This channel, one of the things that this channel is known for And I know when I say this line, you're going to know what I mean, but I got this cooking. One of the things that this channel is known for during the fall and during every time of the year is bringing in the cash. We're winning the bets. I think it is asinine. You might disagree. I think you're going to disagree with me on this one. He doesn't care about people's money. He only wants to freaking no contest so it doesn't go against his goddamn record.
No, I do think, especially after years of degeneracy, that's one thing that I can say is that I do feel like he's genuine, no, like it should be, and also I don't think that Max wants to win that way. I mean, we know that I follow Drew Dober, he follows me. He even said on his Instagram today, he was like, look, like no fighter wants to win that way. Nobody.
No, and I get they don't want
to. So from the standpoint of like the betting side of things, I feel like immediately, bro, you didn't even make it out of the first minute of the first round. Here's your money back. Here.
I just think it sets a bad precedent.
I for that I would, because many books already do rescues for other things.
Yeah.
So like I said, that, and they've books have done it for less. Books have done it for less. So, but that's my opinion on that. I do want to get into the World Cup. The World Cup. So, taking a look at the action right now, I mean, first off, God's plan, right? Like, could you ask for better scripting?
Can I say something about one of the semifinals before we get into the final?
Yes, absolutely.
So France lost to Spain.
What up,
right?
Daniel?
France lost to Spain, correct?
Yeah.
I don't find it. I wanted that I wanted France to win. But now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think it's a coincidence the team dressed in blue and white lost at Dallas Stadium.
Wow. That's hilarious.
I had to go there.
Wild. Bloody Jerry world.
Hey, when I saw that, I saw a meme that it was Mbappe before the game and after, and it was the same photo. It was him warming up, but it was the same exact photo. Before the game, it was Mbappe. After the game, it had Dak's face on Mbappe.
Bro, here's my thing with that France game. It's just France didn't look awake. It's not that they didn't look. It's not that they didn't look awake. Okay, I've always said if you can get behind that France back line, it's just pretty much it's just you against the goalkeeper at that point. In Spain, it seemed like, knew that the whole time. The thing that's what's so dangerous about Spain, and, kind of this allows me to segue into kind of like the breakdown side of, the final as we approach the final this Sunday. Spain is a very tactical team with the way that they play, and all those players have been playing. They've all been playing together for like a really long time. Just because of the way that Spain develops their players and their system, and the way that kind of La Liga is, so on and so forth. So a lot of it is just kind of just a flow for them. When they come back together, when they come together as like a national team, it's just a flow for them. To the point to where I feel like that Yamal is just a media darling in some aspects on that team because of how tactical that team is. He only has one goal this World Cup?
Yeah.
I think
it's 1 and 2 assists or something like that.
Yeah, like 1 and 2 assists, which I mean, of course, definitely, important. But I mean, you have Cruzeiro, who has a clean sheet, who had a clean sheet last game. I believe he's had a clean sheet all fucking tournament.
I think they've given up 1 goal the entire tourney.
Yeah, they've given up one goal, but like Cusero defensively, like he ain't allowing shit past him. You know, like it's the way that they can get everyone involved in it, and that everyone is involved on that team. I think that as we head into the final Sunday, when I look at Spain and Argentina, that's one of the key differences between the two for me personally, is that in the last two games, it feels like Argentina figured out. I said this in my short take, but now I kind of get to embellish on it a little bit. It felt like Argentina was just learning in the last couple of games to play team football, and it wasn't so much on Messi, having to score. I think some of that, Messi throughout the first half of the tournament was golden boot, type of situation.
Yeah.
And now, like with Mbappe, being out, it was like, okay, we could kind of let it off. Messi obviously had to turn it on after Jude Bellingham was talking shit, and we know that apparently they got access to Pickford's bottle in the England game that had the plays written on it. Not sure how true that is, but apparently Argentina did, and they're like, oh, like look, like there's like shit written on it. But I think this is going to piss a lot of people off. This is really going to piss off my Latino followers, but I think I'm still going Argentina just because it's still messy for me. I'll be right back.
All right. So if we're going to this game, I got a little bit different take than Robbie. I am not as excited about this game as I wish I was. I think Spain is going to play a very smart tactical game, but it's not going to be fun to watch. I think I agree with Robbie about Yamal. I think what they're going to do is I think they're going to pass the ball back and forth, try to open it up in the middle, get to the final third, not be able to open it up, and they're just going to end up passing it back. And they're going to keep it away. Yeah, I think they've only allowed one, Karam. What's up, Aiden? So what I think they're going to do is they're going to just go pass it back. After England scored the goal, as soon as Argentina put on the gas pedal, they didn't take off the gas pedal. And Spain doesn't want to give them the opportunity to do that. It's hard to do that for 90 minutes. Spain's going to look for a mistake and try to make a goal. Unfortunately, I don't think you can hold down Argentina long enough. I don't see this being a super high scoring game. I think this is going to be like Argentina 1-0. Second half goal. Unless there's like a PK, or a penalty shot. I don't see this going. I see this going nil. I can see this easily going 0-0 going into half. Will Messi score the final goal? Score the goal? Who knows? I'm not sure. But I just don't see there being much. I don't see Spain pulling it out. I do think Messi goes back to back. It just set up good for him. No conspiracy theory, just saying like in general. Overall, they just seem like a better team. I think France got out, like Robbie said. I think France looked flat in Dallas. I don't think they looked great at all. I thought they were going to be the team to pull it off. I thought they were going to be the team to win it all. I didn't want it to be a rematch of last World 4 years ago in 22 in Qatar. I didn't want it to be a rematch of last year's final. But them coming out flat like they didn't deserve to be in the final. So I just think this is going to be an Argentina victory. But I am more excited to watch the third place game than I am the first place game.
So all right. So
if they show up to play.
The third place game is the utmost degeneracy. First off, like let me just save that, is because
what's your reasoning?
It feels like, my reasoning is that it feels like that was the match that everyone realistically wanted. I feel like everyone realistically wanted the like England, France, and they wanted that in the final. They're not probably going to play out to their full potential. I mean, we'll see. Part of me. Okay.
I think Kane and Mbappe are going to go for the Golden Boot.
Exactly. And that's what I was just about to say. With Mbappe and Messi still being tied for the Golden Boot, that's why I feel like that you're going to see France. Yeah, you're going to see France, want to go all out because of what happened with Jude Bellingham and Messi, and like how that resulted in the ending of that game. You're probably going to want to see you're probably going to see Jude Bellingham want to be like, no, fuck y'all, fuck the world, fuck social media, and I'm going to go on a tear. I might be light skinned, but I'm that nigga. Which is what Jude Bellingham has done time and time again, proven throughout this tournament.
Can I take this show a little political? Back in the day?
Wow. Go ahead.
Like way back in the day.
What everyone on social media has already politicized the fucking World Cup. Why not?
I just think it's funny that in the third place game, the two countries that have been shit on in history and big little brother are now going against each other.
How has England been shit on?
Well, like I'm saying, like they have become America's little brother. Like I'm saying, like I'm talking overall history of the world.
They have colonized over them, and the French have colonized over half the fucking world.
Yes, but everyone makes fun of the Frenchies. Everyone makes fun of them English, and it's funny that they're going for third and not first.
All right. So see, this is where I'm going to correct you, Mike. Look at your hands. Look at your hands.
Yes, that's why I was trying not to make it. I was trying not to go there.
Y'all make fun of them. The rest of the world, we're like, we don't like them. Like the rest of the world, like now for me personally, I don't give a fuck. Like when it comes like the World Cup.
I just find it funny that they're going for third.
Yep. Like one of the things I've been hating seeing on social media lately is everyone being like, especially like as Argentina like keeps advancing, is like when the takes start, especially like comment sections, start going from, oh well, Messi plays for Argentina and look at Argentina's history. Okay, we get it. We understand what Argentina did after World War II. Bro, we're just saying that Messi's a great player. We didn't have to start going into this.
Yeah.
Like, well, how can you like Messi when he plays for Argentina? Why do you have a Messi jersey? And it's like, because he's a great player. He's just a great player. Like that's it. Like I personally don't like Argentina. I don't give a fuck.
I don't care who they had at their country.
Yeah, but like, yeah.
Yeah, no, I got you. No, I got you.
The way that people on social media, my comments, some of the arguments that I've gotten into. But yeah, no. I'm excited for the final. Who did you pick?
Same.
Oh, you went Argentina as well?
No, I think I said it before you came back. I think Spain is going to try to make this an ugly, boring game, and they can go suck. I don't like their style. They're going to try to keep the ball away from freaking Messi. They're going to play up into the third half, and then back and forth. It's going to be 1-0, 0-0 at half.
Here's my issue with that take. Okay, here's my issue with that take. All right. So if I want to just purely focus on money, like I want to be spicy, okay, wait, let me get like 2-1 exact score, Spain and upset Messi with the anytime goal, right? And then like build that parlay and pray to God, like pray to God that like that fucking cashes, right? Boom. Yep. That'd be sick. I might have made one of those.
I'm sure you did.
Removing the parlay out of it. Removing, I do wholeheartedly do think that Argentina is going to win. Scripting and everything like that. I mean, unless FIFA chooses to cover up all of their clearly blatant, corruption, and clearly helping Argentina throughout the tournament by somehow fucking over Argentina in the final, thus crowning Yamal the new face of FIFA, and try and play off of that publicity, which I could see Gianni doing.
Yeah, but with Yamal, I'm not disagreeing with you. But with Yamal, I will say this. With Yamal, I don't think he has to win it to get closer to being the face.
But no, best back four. Yep. Pedri, crazy midfielders. They it's a very tiki-taka style of ball. I was actually saying that before. I think before you popped in. Well, obviously before you popped in because you weren't here earlier when I was saying that. But no, on some real shit though. I think Argentina pulls it off. Messi walks out. Gives a salute. It's like, yo, it's been fun. Maybe plays out like a little bit more MLS and is like, fuck it. All right, this was cool. Like type shit. He's the GOAT. There's nothing else to prove. There's nothing else to prove. And I think that it is time for the new wave. I mean, look at how popular Haaland has became, over the course of like the World Cup because like the exposure to like Americans, like but
taking his raccoon back to
Bodija, the goaltender from Cape Verde, followers shot up, was on Good Morning America, and has had a new species of some fucking amoeba thingy named after him.
Did you see Holland and his freaking raccoon?
The taxidermy shit scares me, and I think that must be like he came to America, someone introduced him to taxidermy.
Well, he found it in Dallas.
Yeah, he found it in Dallas. Yo, Dallas. All right, I will say this as someone that has been stationed in Texas, you see that shit everywhere. Like that is a very much Texas thing.
I went to the freaking super nice hotel downtown Dallas for the Thanksgiving game, and in the lobby is a freaking elk head.
This guy, if a soccer grifter, I asked for UCL picks and said, I don't care. Were you there for Hazard, Aguero, Jesse, Lagarde, Dele, Ali Griezmann, Ibala? Bro, I did not ask for UCL picks. I did not. But no. But for the spicy shit, I do have a DraftKings parlay that is, 2-1 Spain to win and Messi to score at any time. Like that, if that shit were to happen, talk about holy scripting.
Yeah.
Messi's gonna have to score a goal in the final if what you said happens with Mbappe like actually giving a fuck tomorrow. Like, yes, you did for PSG versus Inter. You said I don't care when I asked. Did I say I don't care? I don't think I said I believe I don't said that. I believe that I did not say I don't care. I believe that I probably, if anything, picked Inter just for the sake of picking fucking, anyone but PSG, which PSG still said, fuck you, Robbie. Clearly. Anyways, speaking before we close out this soccer segment, I forgot to put the graphic into the show. So I'm about to do the most ghettoish shit right now. And I'm going to show it from my phone. No, we're not switching to that topic that I told you about, Mike.
Oh, not yet.
Yep. Shameless plug really quick.
Oh,
People's Cup. The People's Cup. So not in the Creators Cup. Did not get into the Creators Cup, obviously, because I don't have a big enough fucking following. The People's Cup going down tomorrow in Denver. We are raising money for, well, let me just read it, okay? A day of soccer community and international solidarity on the eve of the World Cup finals. All struggles are connected. No one is legal on stolen land. We are going to be raising money for migrant families in need here in Denver. Raising money to obviously keep ICE out of Denver. And we are also raising money for Palestinian refugees seeking asylum here in America. So, and also, games start at 10 a.m. And from 10 a.m. all the way till 1, we'll break for lunch. There'll be, food, snacks, drinks, everything. There'll be a halftime performance from Poets for Palestine. Big shout out. They're awesome. They're awesome. Really, really awesome poetry, super deep poetry. And then we get back on the pitch and finish out the tournament. And yeah, for every goal that I score, I want you guys to dono because I'm going to be live streaming that hoe. This is going to be lit. It's going to be lit. So, bro, if I do not remember. I do not remember, in all honesty, Leafs. So yeah. Moving on to our very next topic. I want to actually, before, did you see this today, Mike? Hang on.
Probably not, but maybe.
So today at Fanatics Fest, need I remind you that this happened? I don't know whether before or after the World Cup press conference that took place at Fanatics Fest, because there's moments between after this, before or after this, there are pics or not pics, like reels of Tom Brady interviewing Messi about, the whole like Yama UNICEF, photo shoot that they did, yada, yada, yada. And then turning around and then smacking the dog shit out of Logan Paul. And that looked real. One moment. Your thoughts.
This is the first time I'm seeing it. So I know how Robbie likes to jump on stuff like this more than I do. But there was also, the trash talk and the incident at the flag football game. Logan Paul tried to hold his own. Tom Brady was one of the captains. Tom Brady was one of the quarterbacks. What is up, Jay Bats? What are you doing? Get in here. So I don't think that. So could something have been said about that? Who knows? Will we always know? Not sure. But do I think we're building more out of what we should? Is this Logan Paul being the, such an antagonizer? Any publicity is good publicity. He's dealing with WWE. For people that don't know about the WWE thing, he's running, with Paul Heyman.
That wasn't publicity, but all right.
No, I'm saying, could he be antagonizing it even more for publicity is what I'm saying. I'm saying the way he is, I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt if there's I'm going to say a word that doesn't get brought up on the show. And a lot of people might not know what it means, but I'm going to say it anyway. I do think there is a little bit of kayfabe in this thing. Not completely, but I think he was antagonizing him to get a rile out of him because of because just the way Logan is. I don't trust Logan with freaking
What up, John?
Wiener.
What up, bro? I'm gonna be honest, because I've smacked the shit out of somebody before.
I think we all have.
That shit did not look fake. It did not look staged. This whole this whole beef between the two of them.
Like I said, like I even said when you were gone, I said it stems partly from the flag football thing, and a lot of that. Yeah, but before that, but I mean, it goes. But most recent,
this has gone on since Tom played for Tampa.
Yes,
like,
but I'm saying
this goes back. Let me finish. This goes back even to then. Back when Tom was playing in Tampa, Logan for some reason loves to antagonize Tom, and loves for some reason to try and poke at Brady's career. I don't know why. Who knows? I don't give a fuck. I think that there's also an element of respect your elders and respect greatness, and like, motherfucker, that's Tom Brady. But I think that there's also well, I'm Logan Paul, look at me and how huge and how famous I am as well. So I think it's a double-edged sword of you're having two egos collide and clash. I think that is definitely real. I think that they should definitely get in the ring and just squabble about it. But Brady is old, and I don't want to see Brady go out like that. So yeah. But that was a clear that was a respect your elders slap, in my opinion.
No, I think it was on Tom's side. I 1000% agree with you. On Tom's side, I'm not.
You're saying that Logan's trolling.
1,000%.
I wonder what exactly he said.
I don't think he was. I don't know if he was definitely trolling at the beginning, like way back in the day. But I think the more time this has gone on, and he knows he's getting under Brady's skin, I fucking absolutely do believe that he's freaking trolling.
Okay.
As Joe Hendry said, Paul, can we fire Logan? Paul, can we fire Logan? Paul.
You did bring up that he is learning from the best in the WWE industry. I wouldn't be surprised, to your point. You do bring up a good point. If there is a little bit of kayfabe, maybe this leads to because the WWE is really great at taking outside personalities and bringing them in a skit or two.
Who is one of Tom Brady's best friends who's one of Tom Brady's best friends that used to be a teammate?
He's friends with basically all of his teammates.
Who was one of his top targets?
Which one exactly? Randy was a top target. Okay, Gronk. Okay, I was gonna say, you could have said Titan.
Gronk
do you love Randy? Do you love Deion Branch?
Gronk has been in WrestleMania.
Yeah,
there's a connection there.
I feel that. Yo, Brady.
I don't necessarily think Brady's gonna get in the ring, but I just see him learning from the people at WWE is letting him get more into his head.
I could see Brady getting in there, getting into the business, doing some promo, making some money off it, maybe getting in the ring, throwing a clothesline, or two, and then being like, all right, that was fun. Like they bring people in for skits all the time. Hell, Snoop fucking just came in for a skit. Bad Bunnies came in for skits. I think
Jelly Roll, baby.
Yeah. I think Jelly. Yeah. Pete Davidson's had a skit. But so anything can happen. Anything can happen. By the way, that video of Gronk getting dunked into what is it? What's that damn chicken tender place?
Oh,
Raising Cane's, getting dunked into some fucking Raising Cane sauce. Yo, that's egregious. That's egregious. I never want to see another man covered in Raising Cane sauce again in my life. Especially not a man of that size.
I'll see a chicken strip dripping that shit.
Wild. Getting nice little segue into the NFL from Tom Brady and smacking the shit out of Logan Paul today. Possible buildup of a WWE event there. We get into the NFL here. You see that Kamara got extended with the Saints today?
Okay, so
was it today or
today or yesterday. So I find this kind of ironic. Shout out.
They brought in ETN.
Well, they brought in ETN, but it was kind of funny because shout out to your live draft in Denver. I'm still drafting my SFB team.
Jeez.
And I drafted Alvin Kamara 2 days before this, and on a whim and a prayer later in the draft. And I had a couple people in my draft go, he's not even going to play for the team this year, and blah, 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 blah. So when I saw this come across, I went, oh, yeah? Because I got him in round third. I got him in late. Actually, guess who's in my league? Our friend Steffi. I got him in round 14. I got him at 14-8. I'll take that as a waiver for someone that I don't need all the time.
I might be doing that show soon, so shout out.
What does this do for the team? What does this do for Kamara? Now I don't see Kamara playing anywhere else. I thought there was a chance that he might play somewhere else. I really don't think he does now. For the team, I think this is a depth piece. This is a veteran play. I don't think the team truly knows or believes what they have in Devin Neal.
It's not even that. I don't think. I think that it is. I think that there's emotions that are tied into this. I think that this is more of an emotional
on whose end
type of signing where it's like, what, no, for everything that you've given us,
okay,
we are gonna make you a lifer, and you are asking to stay. You don't want to go and play anywhere else. You are tied to the city. So I mean, I think that's where the agreement.
I would hope so.
Yeah, the agreements to go ahead and restructure, I think, came in because he was set to make $11.5 million in base salary this season, in addition to $3 million of that salary becoming guaranteed last year. So they restructured a deal that'll pay him a base of $6 million this season, with a chance to make about 8.5. So, I mean, for a team that has been in financial purgatory, they haven't exactly gotten hell yet. They're in that that space right before.
But the problem is the problem with what, and you're 100% right. The problem with what they're doing is they keep pushing the can down the street, and they're pushing it so far that eventually they're going to hit the end of the street where there's no more road to go.
Which is why I think that this restructure is good for both parties. It allows New Orleans to face their problems, be like, okay, we do have to, move forward and, figure things out. At the end of the day, the fucking cap space is invisible, especially in all sports, be it the NFL. But for a team that quote unquote does have that problem, we can't ignore it. This allows them, say, hey, we're going to make you a lifer. We're going to do right by you. Leafs brought up, washed for locker room. I don't think it's just a locker room piece, because I think that they are going to be able to do some scary shit with a tandem of ETN and Kamara. And then you have a mobile quarterback like Tyler Shock. More and more, this team kind of entices me in terms of, futures and, hey, maybe this team could eke out this division. I know that
they went out and got a second wide receiver in Jordan Tyson.
Yeah.
They still got Juwan Johnson.
Yep.
I don't know if they did. I'm talking fantasy, but for what you're saying, the only thing that concerns me about what you're saying is I don't know if they did enough on the other side of the ball.
Yep. Yeah. Fuck. Forgot what I was saying.
You were talking about their maybe futures, and I said I was just saying that I don't know if they did enough on the other side of the ball to do that.
Yeah. But no, so I do like it more and more. This team does begin, to entice me from like the fantasy side as we like approach, redraft season. I do start to look at in an offense like this where the backfield is going to be able to really, really move and groove. You have veteran presence with, Kamara. Obviously, you brought in ETN, and he's obviously going to be the one. But then you have a mobile quarterback in Tyler Shaw. You brought up, the wide receiver too, and Tyson, which I think that a lot of people are going to look at Jordan Tyson coming in. And it's like, I should probably be afraid of Jordan Tyson. Shock and Olave are the ones who developed chemistry down the stretch of the season last year. And from pretty much, I think it was like week 8 on, Olave, he was pretty much for the most part a top 15 fantasy football wide receiver. So, I mean, I expect them to keep that chemistry going. I expect that Tyson is still going to take away from Olave, but I'm actually starting to, look at this team like I might be getting me some Olave this year. I know that you burned me last year at the beginning of last year for the most part, but I'm starting to have faith again.
Yeah. I agree.
Let's see here. Got to go to my list. Actually, let me check to see what this. Now that I did bring that up, I do just want to check to see what the Saints are to win. I want to see what the Saints are to win their division.
Oh, no.
I am curious now because I did not look at it before. They're plus 265. I actually like that at this time of year. Tampa's a 164 with Carolina at a 310. Falcons 425. Okay. And you know what? I'm going to spin it like this, keeping it in that division.
Yep.
I know that you and we were texting earlier. Neither of us have watched the newest season of quarterback. This season of quarterback, which is what I think you were trying to do. This season features the likes of Joe Flacco. But you get Baker, big playmaker, Mayfield, Jaden, the Jedi, Daniels. And I haven't came up with a nickname for Cam Ward yet because he's going to earn it this year off of, a very rough rookie season. And he's going to have a sophomore bounce back. So thoughts on that group.
The ones. Okay, I'll be honest. I totally.
We'll make it like this because we won't be able to actually talk in depth about the show.
Yeah.
On Instagram and shit.
When I put Burrow on the let me save face real quick. When I put Burrow on the graphic, I literally put Burrow on the graphic because it matched the colors. And then me and Robbie were texting and we're like, we don't have a topic. And I'm like, wait, I think he's on the thing. And then even when I was on the bus, I went, oh crap, he's not on the show. But for that, the one that I'm the most excited about is 100% Cam freaking Ward. He's the one that I'm excited about watching. Yeah, you got Cam. I am interested to see about the Flacco situation about going from Cleveland to Cincinnati. But Cam Ward is by far the one that I'm most interested in. One, because I'm intrigued on his progression, but I also want to see how it is there in Tennessee.
Let's go!
I think he's going to have a big jump this year.
Dodgers beat the Yankees in their return to Yankee Stadium.
Heck yeah.
For the first time since 2024.
That means your taco's not coming on tonight. I'm interested in Flacco just so that Baker playmaker is gonna get people to watch. But unfortunately, he's not. No, because people think he's polarizing. But
Baker hasn't been polarizing since the last time he really rocked.
Listen, but he's not gonna get me. He's not gonna get Robbie. I know that. To me, the rankings go because it's the four of them, right? Robbie?
Yeah, we are ranking them. We are going to play start, bench, cut is what I was going to do, but I never got.
No, I'm saying there's only four, right?
Erupted.
No, but there's four, right?
Yeah, there's four, but Flacco's not in the league, so a start, bench, cut is what we're doing between.
Okay, I'm just saying. Okay, I was saying and my curiosity to watch the show. That's what I was going at. I'll do your bench cut in a second. But intrigued-wise, I'm actually intrigued about Flacco. But bench cut start, are we doing this on player-wise or what we want to watch during the show?
No. If you would have let me finish before you had to make your excuse for everything with the fucking
let's go
shit. Anyways, like I was saying, getting into the very next segment, being that neither of us have seen the show, the new season, we are going to start bench cut these three from a 2026 fantasy football standpoint. We are going to start bench cut Cam Ward, Baker Mayfield, Jaden Daniels.
Okay. If it's start bench cut, I'm going to take everything into this. I'm taking value. I'm taking all that into it. I think we might have the same exact thing. To me, for me personally, this might be just me taking personal bias into it. My cut is automatic, and my cut is Baker playmaker. I think I'm going to cut Baker. I'm going to bench Cam Ward, and I'm going to start Jaden Daniels.
Of course.
I do think that, but I am very high on Cam this year. I know we both are. Just like when I asked you about my Scott Fishbowl and you're like Wan'Dale Robinson. Like, we're both high on Cam Ward. If it wasn't for Cam, I wouldn't be drafting Wan'Dale. But I think even though I give you shit about Washington, they are on the up. Yes, they do still have some issues, but I do see a bounce back for Terry. They go out and get Antonio Williams, who I know you liked. But bigger than that, I think they went out and got – I think you would agree that the biggest addition on offense is at the tight end position. And getting Chig. So I do think that Jaden Daniels is the bigger play like that. So I do think that it goes Jaden Daniels, Cam Ward, and then I would cut Baker Mayfield.
Wow. Okay. Where the fuck did he just go? I just brought him up. You saw me bring him up on the screen, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm not fucking crazy. I just brought Taco up onto the fucking panel. Did you see him on screen?
I saw something blip, but I didn't know what it was real quick.
What? Oh my. Like you couldn't change your background while on screen?
No, I had to sign out of the account. It's weird. It had me logged into a different account on this browser, so it had different saved pictures, and I don't have this picture. So
different saved pictures. Yo, that I don't want to know what.
Yeah, because I have two accounts. I used to have a StreamYard, and this is where it is.
Okay. I think I pick up what you're saying, mijo. Hang on, I'm like clocking out of work simultaneously.
Do you want me to set it up? Do you want me to set it up for him so he can give his take?
No,
Okay.
no.
Sorry. I was trying to help.
Just give me just 1 second. Okay.
God, let's see how it is, dude. Dude.
Let me close out of my work laptop.
Priorities, dude.
Yes, let me ease in. Like, okay.
Hey, that's what she said.
Jesus. Jeez.
Hey, Taco, how you doing today?
That's also what she said.
How you doing today, Taco?
That's what she said.
All right. Enough with the jeez. You've overdone the bit. You overdid the bit.
Hey, Mike. Smell my finger.
You didn't know when to stop.
Well, I was hoping you would just answer the question legitimately so I can make a joke, but you didn't. So,
alrighty.
No, I made the joke instead.
Let me move this screen now over here. Okay, so Taco with the
yes.
With excuse me, geez.
God bless you,
new
sir.
Season of Netflix quarterback premiering.
Oh,
the 4 quarterbacks. We're not really including Joe Flacco. Really, I haven't gotten into the season. Neither has Mike.
No.
I haven't seen any season of it yet.
Big
you have
surprise.
a Netflix account.
I have commercials on it at this moment. When I take commercials off, I'm
gonna
watch.
You can't sit through a fucking ad.
No, what the fuck. Right now, I have to finish Spider-Man Noir.
I don't care. All right. So
just give him the lead in.
Yes. So being that neither of us has seen him, we are going to start bench cut from a fantasy football standpoint. The 3 quarterbacks that are active in the league, because obviously Flacco is not active. The 3 are Cam Ward. I don't know why I said it like that. Cam Ward, Baker Mayfield, Jaden Daniels. Start, bench, cut. Fuck, marry, kill, Taco.
Start Jaden, bench Baker, cut the other dude.
The other dude? He has a name.
I think that's an accurate way to frame it.
Well, can you please give an argument for that? The Jaden's obvious, but the other 2.
I mean, Baker, I think that Baker is in a good offense. I think that the rushing upside of Jaden Daniels just makes him a premier quarterback, just a different tier. I think Baker's going to be fine. With those 2 other options on the table, it's an easy choice over Cam Ward, who would be more of a deeper sleeper, a guy that you're hoping takes a shot up. He's a guy in a QB2 league. I'll take as like my second QB, but in a
QB1 is the parameters. We're start bench
right,
cut.
Right, but he's
kill, Taco. Do you know the rules of the game or not?
But he's cut. So I'm saying he's a QB2, and I cut him. So is that not verifying my point?
Because he's off the team.
So you're saying Baker's not a QB2?
No, what I said is they're both.
His QB2 is whoever he benches. If he's someone.
No, I'm
saying both of those guys are QB1s, right? Both are QB1s. Baker and Daniels. Daniels is a higher tier because he's not on my team in fantasy football. Baker is a top 12 quarterback, period. Yes. Baker is a top 12 quarterback.
This is going to be the
hardest.
You don't think Baker's going to be a top 12 quarterback this year?
Let me ask you this. Let's just go. Let's just do this. Would you take Brock Purdy over him?
It'd be tough, but I would take Baker over Brock Purdy.
Jackson Dart.
Because of rushing upside, I lean on Dart, but that's a toss-up.
Prescott.
I take Dak.
T-Law.
I'll be honest with you. My preference would be Baker, but that's a toss-up as well.
J-Love.
That's a toss-up, but I lean Baker because of that offense.
Okay. And then Fantasy Pros has them at 18.
See, to me, you have a glut of QBs who are very close. But the thing about them is that Baker has done it for so long, and I just feel like that offense in itself rolls with him. And that, to me, is a differentiator. I just think that he's a leader, and, he's just one of those guys that he's been very fantasy friendly throughout his career, throughout his time in Tampa. And we saw even last year, in the beginning of last year, he was burning it up. And then that second half, when Mbuka was down and the team was kind of hurt, he kind of fell off. I'm expecting Mbuka to have a second year where he's able to grow and expand his game, and that they're gonna, they've been drafting solid prospects at wide receiver. So I think that their room should be solid, and it should be him just distributing the ball, which could lead to him having like a 30 to 35 touchdown season with over 3,000 yards passing, which, when we look at the context of the league right now, is not many quarterbacks able to do that. And he's a proven guy. So to me, like, I like him more than Trevor, even though Trevor was pretty solid last year. I just don't believe in him like that. And I do have more belief in Baker when we've seen him being so fantasy friendly for so long.
Okay. I think you're jaded on Trevor Lawrence because you've been burnt.
I mean, I am probably a little bit jaded.
God damn it.
But I would say that you would put them virtually on the same level. I don't really think you could put Trevor that much higher. Like, it'd be like fractions of a tier, whereas there's a tier difference between Jaden Daniels and Baker. And I would say there's a 2-tier difference between Baker and Cam.
Okay.
All righty. Start, bench, cut. I would start Baker Mayfield, given the weapons that he's had, given the experience that he has, so on and so forth, given the rapport that I have with Baker Mayfield in a fantasy football format. I will then bench Jaden Daniels, coming off of an injury. Haven't figured out the wide receiver 2 situation yet. I understand upgrades to the offense. I will get into that in just a second. And then I will cut Cam Ward, just because I do believe in the bounce back of a sophomore year, but I'm not ready to invest yet. This is an asset that if I'm needy for a quarterback later down the line, maybe I can hopefully trade for if the price isn't too high. Maybe he doesn't have that vast of a bounce back. Now, reasons for each. Baker Mayfield, like I said, it's the experience, it's the weapons that he has, around him. Taco did bring up Emeka Mbuka. I think that he is going to be a magnet for targets, especially with Mike Evans being over in San Fran. Brock Purdy, I can't believe that you did not give up the number, but hey, Evans is wearing 5 now. All right. It's completely ugly. It's giving a little Randy Moss stint to Tennessee. Fuck, that was a bad joke. With that being stated, for Jaden, look, it's the mobility, it is the training and the approach to the game, and the tenacity. Haven't fully gotten into the season, but even just kind of, seeing the way that he interacted on the sidelines with the team, and is like watching Mahomes, he's like, I want to be out there. He's like, because I want to check names off the list. He's looking at opposing quarterbacks as names to be checked off, like a fucking hitman going after bodies. And then finally closing out with Cam Ward. Look, I mean, you bring in Wan'Dale Robinson to look. He looked pretty decent. He looked pretty decent, Cam Ward, with the shit that he was given last year. And then you upgrade that. I'm loving the Wan'Dale being the 2. I'm loving Carnell Tate being able to step in. And obviously, most NFL opposing coordinators, especially at those first 4 weeks of the season, they're not necessarily probably going to be game planning for Tate to be the one. they're going to be game planning for the guy that has the NFL experience to be the one, especially with the sophomore quarterback, which I expect that Tate could probably come out the gate. Maserati, hottie, room down the track. He's going to take off that first 4 weeks, and maybe we could be looking at Tate as a piece, early trade value. Though that first 4 weeks, let him blow up, go big, boom, redraft formats. We're moving them because I think that's where we start seeing, the target share between the two start, to balance out. Coordinators now start to focus on Tate. Wandale will have to, be Wandale. So all encompassing, I think that Netflix got it right with the cast as a whole. I do want to shout out Joe Flacco. I did think that it was kind of funny for his son to be like, I'm going to have to bench dad in fantasy, aren't I?
Yes.
That was both cute, but then also like, fuck, that's your dad. Like, but hey, it is what it is. Let me think if there's anything else that I want to circle back and cover.
So you said that you would start Baker and bench Jaden, but would you draft Jaden before you draft Baker, or would you skip Jaden and just wait for Baker in a 1 QB format?
That is purely circumstantial.
Yep.
I'm saying that because you have one ranked before the other, and the value there is like,
I don't draft off of, even though I do rankings, even though I do all that shit myself and everything. I understand that is there for as a guide for me. I don't live and die by that. You will never hear me come on here and be like, well, I have to get Jaden Daniels because I have him ranked higher than Big. I'm not gonna
no.
do that. Like that's just
not gonna be. But that's not the question I have. Would you pass on Jaden Daniels in the 1 QB league because you believe in, again, getting a guy like Baker later? Because Mike said he's ranked QB like 18, and Jaden Daniels is like ranked as a top 5 QB. So that's kind of like when I go into a draft, I'll say in the 1 QB league, I'll say, hey, you know what? Jordan Love and Brock Purdy to me are
I'm not
QBs
building around my quarterback. In a one QB league, I'm not building around my quarterback.
I knew that was your answer.
So that's what I'm saying. It's purely circumstantial. It is subjective. What you are asking cannot be answered because I have to be in that room. I have to see what names I'm putting up on that wall. And then depending on how that's going to fall is going to depend on, all right, well, now I'm going to grab Jaden right now. Or, I'm going to grab Baker right now. There is no concrete answer to that because it is circumstantial based off of environment.
I think it's very hard for me to pull the trigger in the 1 QB on Jaden Daniels in pretty much any setting. I'm not spending the capital. I think
it's going to depend on the scoring format. It's going to depend on a lot of things.
Yeah.
Hell, in my big money league this year, I'm like, I might do it. Because I do want that extra rushing upside.
Yes.
I'm not drafting until Labor Day in that specific league. So I luckily have enough time to figure out if we land a wide receiver 2. Go check out the reel that I dropped today about Brandon Ayuk's tattoo, and you may see where my mind is at on a wide receiver 2 that I would prefer. I'm not going to talk about that here because you need to go and click on that. Keep running the fucking numbers up. But with that being said and with that being stated, I love your question. I love your question. I feel like me before in fantasy football would have answered that immediately, like, because of this is exactly where but like me now, I'm a lot less impulsive. I feel like me now, this is probably like the maturity also, like speaking there. The way I used to preach be water before, there was still that balance of impulsiveness. I'm a significantly less impulsive person now, to where I think a little bit more clearly. I think a little bit more tactfully. I move significantly differently now. So like when I'm walking in, and that's whether it's in life or when I'm walking into the draft room. Like hell, even my group chat the other day, they were like, "This nigga's different." Like, what the fuck? It's like, bro, that chemical in your brain, it just clicks, and it's like, and some shit just changes. You know,
I mean, I am a water drafter, so I believe in that to its fullest. But usually, particularly, and this is what I'm talking about in my like 14 team, 1 QB redraft, where now that's where I'm, we're starting to get ready for real stuff. That's where these decisions come in, and I will go in early and say, in that kind of draft, I really don't care where I'm. Well, I there are thresholds, like where if a guy drafts like the 5th, 6th, like 2 or 3 rounds below, that's when I'll consider him. But for the most part, through my evaluations, QB early in a 1 QB league is almost like, I don't want to say death, but it's really rough, especially when you look at what like guys like Josh Allen has done in the semifinals or the finals in the last couple of years.
How early do you think that Jaden is going in a single QB right now?
4th round, probably.
Jeez, you're putting way too high of an evaluation. He's coming off an injury, Taco. He doesn't have a fucking wide receiver too.
Maybe 5th round. You're talking about rushing upside, and once you start getting into, I would say, wide receiver 2s and RB 2, 3s, that's when you'll see players that are start to make that say, "Hey, I'll take the chance."
I need you to try late to late 5th, mid 6th.
I'm 1 round off. Like that's not that far. That's still pretty high.
4th round is pretty fucking high for a guy coming
1 round off.
For a guy coming off of injury.
That's 1 round off.
And actually, he might even still be even following lower than that due to the fact that there is no wide receiver.
In my first 5 picks, I'm not taking a quarterback. I'm not. Particularly off of injury. You made it even more of a reason why I'd rather take an upshot there on, let's just say, my running back.
I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that because I took Lamar Jackson in like a fucking 3rd round in a league before, and I laid donkey dick all over everybody.
Yeah, I mean, to me, like last year, I was cutting Janet Jackson dart everywhere, and I was taking like bridge QBs till he was ready. This year, I don't really know. I haven't looked enough to make a decision. I like Jackson at QB9 because he goes late enough with that dual side where
I'm about to fuck your head up.
I can invest in him and then still like if I get a Jackson Dart and a Baker Mayfield, I'm fucking ecstatic. That's the kind of shit I want to end up with.
I'm about to fuck both your heads up. What if I were to tell you that the most unpredictable position on your fantasy roster this year is going to be the quarterback position? What if I told you that this is going to be the quarterback year?
I wouldn't believe it. And I'll say this why.
You wouldn't believe
the
it?
trend on passing yards is so extreme. And I believe that defenses now have adjusted so much to the pass that teams are running back to the run. And we've seen the rebirth in running back and more running heavy
lines. Here's why quarterback is going to make or break your roster. Remember a couple of years ago where there was I mean, it still is, but that barren tight end desert in fantasy football, and there was that whole trend where everyone was like 3.3 fucking points apart. Mm-hmm. You don't have that exact close of a gap with quarterbacks this year, but you're going to start seeing a lot closer gaps because the talent disparity between quarterback to quarterback and the way that offenses are starting to catch up and how high scoring games are becoming. Yeah, that is going to become a very, very, very pivotal part. It's not going to be the part that you're going to head into your draft thinking. It's not going to be the part that you're going to build your team around. It's going to be the part to where it's like, I'm fucking happy that I had a very stable backup. How in leagues where I had fucking Sam Darnold last year.
This is where I like the back end QB strategy, where I'm not taking 1 QB, I'm taking 2 like mid QBs. I'm going in and I'm taking in like the 9th to 12th round. I'll take a shot at 1 and then I'll catch another one on the back end. And one of those guys has to have rushing upside.
I'm gonna try. No, I'm gonna go out there. I'm gonna go out there and round. I'll say it on air because I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't give a fuck. I know niggas is watching that are in the league that I mentioned earlier. Around round 6 is when I'm starting to, is when I'm starting to poke around. In that league, in that league, you need to start thinking in about round 5. Okay, when am I gonna grab one? Who am I gonna grab? Because you're already coming in with the keeper. So one spot's already gone. A spot your draft's already gone.
To me, like, I feel like that gap, like once you get past the rushing QBs, and I would say like right after Dak and Burrow, you're talking about probably a glut of like 9 quarterbacks that could score roughly around the same range. And if you have 2 of them and you can play the matchups, that's your dream. And with one that you're hoping that could take the reins and just be your everyday, where it's like a guy like, Trevor Lawrence, where you finally get him on the year that he pops. But instead of just taking one guy, you get 2 guys. And this, again, I'm mainly talking here in your 1 QB redraft leagues. Like Robbie's saying, I look at that disparity there being in a singular position and with the ability to make those, targeted even pickups on the waiver wire, where I'm okay going later with the quarterback, but I have to get at least 2 of them. So this way, I in those situations where it's like, oh, that's a really tough matchup, but you know what, my other guy has a pretty solid one. Let me put him in because I got 2 guys. Like, you end up with like a Jared Goff and a Brock Purdy. You end up with, see, I don't know how high Caleb Williams is going, but that's the kind of guy where he might fall in a range where it's worth it for you to take him. But I believe in building up that bulkier roster. I believe your RB2 is going to be extremely valuable this year. I think getting depth at your wide receiver is going to be extremely valuable this year. And with the closeness that you have at quarterback, it gives you the opportunity to wait there, because the guy that's going to be, in the 8th spot all the way to the 18th spot is going to score virtually the same amount of points.
All right. I'm glad that you wrapped that up like a fucking condom. All right. We are going to take halftime really quick. Remember, I'm so disappointed. I'm mad that I loaded up the fucking Tom Brady smacking the shit out of fucking Logan Paul video.
I was going to talk about that, but I didn't want to say anything.
Too bad. You fucking should have been.
Well, I didn't want to. I didn't know if you brought it up or going to bring it up.
So yeah, really quick, I am just going to shout out one more time. Not even one more time. I'm going to shout it out again later on throughout the show. Yeah. Tomorrow, Skyline Park, right in the heart of the motherfucking city. We got the mountains in the background and the backdrop of the fucking city. It's so beautiful, nigga.
How far is that away? How far is that away from the Rocky Stadium?
A block. I can like on foot. Like, I can leave the park and I can go over to the Rocky Stadium in.
I was just curious because I knew it was downtown.
Like 10 minutes.
Nice.
Maybe less. Nice. If I'm drunk and stumbling, I can stumble there.
Yeah.
Hey, the People's Cup. Shout out to a lot of the players and a lot of the guys. Like, I've gotten to meet out there. Playing out there on the pitch. Denver, we have some talent, but tomorrow it's the Black Italian Stallions stepping out there, boy. Representing the Rumboyz, boy. We are raising money for migrant families in need, and we are raising money for refugees from Palestine. So make sure that you guys tune in tomorrow. It's going down. I will be IRL for the People's Cup. I'm not in the Creator Cup, but I am doing something bigger and better with my platform. For every goal that I score, I want donos. I haven't figured out. What I'm probably going to do for Facebook, because my Facebook friends are rich and them niggas have grown man jobs, is I'm going to be like, yo, the Facebook post is probably going to be like, for every goal that I score, $100 dono. And then like for Instagram, be like, click the YouTube link, donate through YouTube, and then I'll funnel the money through the YouTube back to like I don't know how I'm going to fucking do it. I don't know how I'm going to do it. Like, I need to find a way. I'm sure that they'll give us like links and brochures that we're gonna hand out tomorrow, and like fucking be like, fucking scan this QR code. I'm gonna put the QR code to the screen. I'm like, Scan it, itch. I don't know. I'll figure out how you guys can be a part of the cause. Your views are already going to be a part of the cause as well, though. No one's free on stolen land. No one's free on stolen land. Free Palestine. I'm excited for the People's Cup tomorrow. I'm excited to be using my platform for a cause. But more important, I'm excited to fucking win, all right? I'm excited to take this mama mentality to your motherfucking head and show y'all what the fuck is up when I step out on that field, boy. Dilly, motherfucker. We'll be right back. We're getting into halftime. That was a lot of energy. I'm off of a Red Bull.
Yo, tune into the Rumboyz, where the fantasy kings reside. Rumboyz Robbie dropping jams, got the league on our side. From the waiver wire to the trade block, we scheming like pros. Building squads to smash the books, watch the haters hit the road. Prop bet popping off, we cashing on the underdogs. Bark, Vegas lines getting crushed, leave us in city in the dark. Over on the yards, other on the picks, we calling it precise. Rumboyz Network got the sauce, turning dubs into a vice. Rumboyz, hype train rolling through the grid on night, setting lineup, static night, winning league, it's feeling right. Beating Vegas every Sunday, stacking chips like it's our throne. Dilly to the dollars, pour it up, we on the zone. Rumboyz, fancy fire. Rumboyz, bets on fire. From the pod to the payout, we the squad that takes it higher. Dilly. Scrolling through the Discord vibes, raw like a rookie can't rush. Rumboyz crew dissecting matchups, no fluff, just a hush. Receivers torching corners, we said it first, now the check's clear. Running it back for the boom, while the books drowning beer. League champs crown themselves with our weekly hot takes. Sleepers waking up, Giants bus getting the breaks. From zero to hero, your roster's reborn in the booth. Rumboyz Fantasy Network, spitting truth, chasing loot. Hey, hit play on the pod, let the energy surge. We the pulse of the playoffs, making grown men converge. Prop on the anytime TD, we nail it, no sweat. Vegas sweating bullets while we feast on the bed. Rumboyz, hype train rolling through the grid all night, setting lineup, static night, winning leagues, feeling right. Beating Vegas every Sunday, stacking chips like it's our throne. Dilly to the dollars, pour it up, we on the zone. Rumboyz, fancy fire. Rumboyz, bets on fire. From the pod to the payout, we the squad that takes it higher. So raise your glass to the Rumboyz, they're always in the game, winning props, crushing lines, putting leagues to shame. Subscribe, smash that like join the fam today. Rumboyz forever, now go winning, dilly all the way. Rumboyz.
I believe sometime midday today or tomorrow, LeBron will eventually make up his mind.
What is good, ladies and gentlemen? It is your boy El Capitan Robbie J of the Rumboyz Fantasy Sports Network here at the NFL Players Association 2019 Rookie Premiere with Nate Bosa, with my co-host Ty Boogie, all the Rumboyz and girls out there tuning in. We are sitting down with the number one draft pick, the one and only Kyler Murray, Dwayne Haskins, Hollywood, with Drew Lock, no other than Andy Isabella, Miles Boykin. We are sitting with Benny Snell Jr., Easton Stick, Bryce Love, UGA's own the big dog of the Bulldogs, Riley Ridley.
How you doing?
It's Friday. We all got jobs. We got an interview to do. National championship winner, NFL draftee, TJ Hawkinson, Iowa Hawkeyes. What is good, brother?
Hey, it's good to be here.
Hey, welcome. ACCR, right?
Oh, you already know.
Hail to the Redskins.
I gotta ask, you're gonna play the Browns. Like, are you gonna just burn them again? What you think you do? I mean,
I think the media put us against each other. I like them so.
You're friends.
We were in a hot tub time machine, bro.
Yeah, he's cool. He plays video games just like me. That's what we really do.
For me, be able to break the all-time rushing leader in 3 years. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the UK O-line, man. Y'all did that.
When you wake up in the morning, you don't want to have to feel like you're doing work.
Exactly.
You want to feel blessed and excited to do what you're doing day in and day out, and I can truly say that.
As always, ladies and gentlemen, cheers to me, cheers to you, all the Rumboyz and girls. What it do? Dilly. That was live, man.
Oh yeah, first. If you're not first, you're last. Ricky Bobby. I know that Will Ferrell does have like a new movie coming out. There's a new Rocky movie coming out.
I heard Stallone had no part in it.
I've heard varying things. I know that he's been posting a lot. I haven't necessarily like paid attention to like the rollout of it.
It's actually I Am Rocky. It's like an autobiography of Stallone's thing to write Rocky.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's okay. Thank you. That's a better understanding.
Mm-hmm.
Really quick. Let me go ahead and kind of tease this. Oh my gosh, like this beer just keeps foaming. All right. Let me go ahead and tease this before we get into the next set of topics. The first set of IRL streams that you guys have seen and have gotten to experience, they have been great. They have been great. They have been awesome. I'll keep it real. It's been an element that this channel has desperately and greatly needed. Some of it was a test. Some of it was a test for a bigger project, for a lot of bigger projects that are coming up. That was the first wave. I teased it at the beginning of the summer after Super Bowl. That was the first wave of the mini tours. Just me in my own city, finding places, going bar to bar, testing shit out, food out, testing my connections out, testing my routes out, where we're going, da-da-da-da. Mike?
Yep.
The official closeout, the second wave, is dropping hopefully this weekend. As soon as the graphic gets to me, I'm gonna be honest, that shit's getting fucking released.
It'll be this weekend.
Yes, this weekend, the second wave of Rumboyz mini tour dates and venues are being released. And I got banger after banger after banger, and to close the tour out with one to bring us to the NFL. Another banger. And I'm appreciative to every single one of you for fucking being a part of it, because this final wave is about to be insane. Mike, you've seen it. You've seen it. Only Mike knows so far. Yeah, it's blurred. It's blurred. Good thing it's blurred. Mike, what are your thoughts? We can't say dates. We can't say times until the graphic is released. But what are your thoughts?
All I'm gonna say is, I see mountains. I see beers. I see parties. I see teams that we like. I see things that we don't like but like to watch. I'm just gonna say it's gonna be a blast.
It's gonna get ratchet. It's gonna get ratchet really
good.
Debauchery. What'd you say, Taco?
I say I see children cry. I watch them grow.
Yeah, hey, it's about to be a movie. It's about to be a movie. 3 sports, 4 dates, coming to you live from Denver. Let's get into the second half of the show. I don't want to get right back into football yet, because there's a couple of really fire football topics that I am going to bring up, and I wanted to save that for like the back half. So we're going to quickly, very briefly breeze through what the fuck is going on with this whole like off season in the NBA with like LeBron James? And because I'm all right. Here's the reason why we're bringing this up, even though we brought it up last week, and we're just gonna skim through it. This week I have received. This isn't AI. Like these are real videos. One video as Miami's introducing Giannis, Pat Riley. It's like, well, we just have one more plane to land. We're going to land it. We've just about landed it. And then you have Steve Kerr, what appears to be, I don't know if he's exiting his residential neighborhood or if he's exiting the country club / golf course. Someone asking him, did we get LeBron? And he says, we got LeBron. Really quick, your thoughts. What the fuck is going on? Latest LeBron watch update. The NBA timeline is a very fucking weird place. Especially when they're rested.
Yeah. With Steve Kerr, I think it's Steve Kerr baiting to the public, baiting to the people. I don't know if he's got him, but I don't think he has. I'll take more stock into what Steph said at the golf tournament at Tahoe, where he's like, I hope. When the kids asked him, I take more stock into that. But, Robbie, me and you are Laker fans.
Very big.
Me and you are also sports, not historians, but we know the past.
I'm a degenerate.
Pat Riley.
Because of Brunson is why the fucking, what is this, a Rick and Morty episode, Leafs? Fuck.
Pat Riley is someone that I'm going to listen to when he speaks. And last week we even said, it could be Philly, it could be Miami. I think that this shows that it's closer to going to Miami than anything. I do think I have an idea. I have a projection on when I do think he's going to announce it. I think it could be this weekend because he is doing a live version of the barbershop at Fanatics Fest.
Yeah. Oh. And LeBron and not even, I mean, yes, LeBron, but I mean, Rich Paul loves the whole me controlling us, our media, our brand,
the narrative, us controlling
us also being the media, us being the thing, the entity. Like which I respect.
And don't forget his first interview yesterday or whenever it was, LeBron's after he leaving was at Fanatics Fest, and now he has a live edition of his show at Fanatics Fest this weekend.
I wouldn't be surprised if Michael Rubin dropped the fucking bill, footed the bill to be like, hey, if you announce it here, bro, here's an extra bag. Taco.
I mean, I think it's you're seeing smoke screens and bullshit everywhere. Everyone is talking about it. But I would say LeBron's camp has been pretty
talk about the all-white party, did he?
His camp has been pretty solid in controlling the leaks and controlling the narrative. It's nothing but speculation. And you even see, as much as you want to talk about Pat Riley, Mike, I could bring up what Steph Curry said on Good Morning America. You could bring up what, you have the guy in Philly, Tyrese Maxey, who calls LeBron his big brother.
Yeah.
You have memes, his friend taking a position in the front office for the Cleveland Cavaliers. So everyone is trying a full press on getting LeBron. And the fact that everyone is still trying so hard means nobody knows. Nobody knows. You're still trying.
Yeah, they're trying.
One means nobody knows. One means nobody knows. But also, like, just not that LeBron needs any more PR. He doesn't need any extra fucking dick riding. Pause. But it's just a testament to how great he is. Where like people are like, yeah, we saw what you did for the Lakers last year. We could sure use that on our team. I mean, of course, and you have Lakers fans like myself, where I'm like, thank God he's gone so that we can fucking rebuild. I don't like how we're rebuilding with the cocaine whites, but I mean, we'll figure it out.
But see, here's the thing about LeBron now. You're talking about LeBron on a $2.9 million veteran minimum. So anything you can say about LeBron, once you put him on a veteran minimum contract, it's like this is the best deal we ever got in the history of the NBA. And moreover, when we look at the way LeBron is talking, he wants to play meaningful basketball. He's made it clear that he's not just playing one more year, and he wants a shot to win a title. Everything to me really is starting to line up. I mean, my question.
And if I'm to your point, Taco, if I'm an NFL or not, if I'm an NBA owner / GM, and I'm thinking like, you know what? What's a way that I could put a lot of asses in seats, bring in a super talented player, greatest of all time, as some would say, utilize him to help propel us into playoff territory, especially with the new NBA lottery. We know that mathematically speaking, it is a better odds to where you want to be kind of in that, landing in that 6th seed when it's all said and done. You want to kind of get bounced around there if you're thinking about your future. So if you're like, hey, if mathematically speaking, when these analytics fuckers walk into this room and they're like, hey, bringing in LeBron could, it could get us to the finals, but it could also, at best, maybe land us 4, maybe land us 6, and we still get to, maybe have a great opportunity at the draft. I see teams being like, this is a double-edged sword that works out double positive.
The only team that I could see like that is the Minnesota Timberwolves. That's the only team that you guys mentioned here that would fit the criteria. But I think that they're too young for LeBron to want to go there because I don't think LaMelo Ball practices championship basketball like LeBron is asking for. In the long and the skinny of this, I really do believe. And Mike, can you tell me again where is LeBron James currently for this Fanatics thing?
He's not going to New York.
Well, when
fuck
you look at his
fuck the Knicks, fuck Jalen Brunson.
When you look at his criteria, when you look at the basketball fit, when you look at the personnel that is in New York, when you're talking about where he is right now, you set up a barber shop, you do it in New York, you do it for Fanatics, and then you say, New York, New York.
This smells like circumvention of salary caps all over.
Did you not see LeBron James chilling in Yankee Stadium with that little Yankee on while he's rapping his Jay-Z like Hove H to the OV, and we sitting there like, come on, homie, and we gonna bring LeBron James home.
If it's Jay-Z, he's going to Brooklyn,
bro. Let's be real.
Jesus. All right, enough. Let's reel it back. All right.
He's in New York.
That is
100% right. He was his coach with the Cavs, and we know Mike Brown is a coach that allows the players to have input, which is something LeBron loves to have. Tell me a better fit for him. Any shape and form.
Anyways, motherfucker.
Oh, I'd love it. From the Lakers to the Knicks and we win another title.
Jesus.
I would say.
All right. Let's see here. Okay, only a couple more. We got this. We are fucking doing this. Taco, really quick. Did I get your World Cup pick earlier?
Well, no. I'm torn.
Burn that really quick.
My heart says Spain, but my head says Argentina.
You know what? All right. What I told Mike earlier, my DraftKings is 2-1 Spain, exact score, Messi, anytime goal. Obviously, yeah, with Spain to win. But I'm here live on air telling Argentina is about to pull this shit out. FIFA took down a video of ours after I dropped part 2 of the Argentina investigation because they knew they couldn't take down part 1 because I had fucked up on it. So there was nothing they could do. They're like, he's an idiot. But then when I did part 2 so damn well, it was like, whoa, fuck you. The next thing that you post, we can't take down this one because it's accurate. Well, we can take down the next one.
But so I know we're talking about Taco's take because he hadn't given his take. But the more I've thought about it, and you brought up the point, Robbie, about the Golden Boot.
Touch me, Daddy.
I think part of what happens on Sunday with Messi and scoring is going to completely depend on Mbappe and depending. So, like, he could get it anytime, but if Mbappe goes out and, gets one or two right away, we could see them pressing to get, because they're going to want to give him the Golden Boot.
I mean, if Gianni can have it his way.
I'm just saying Argentina will.
Let's be honest. I actually watched the whole game of Argentina versus England, and I think that what we saw in that game was England got so defensive. They stopped any kind of offensive attack in that second half, and that cost them because all they did is they let Argentina control the ball and take their shots, and they missed a couple of shots, and it was never like, okay, England is like, all right, let's get out. They were too focused on playing back. They didn't get aggressive enough. What they reminded me of? It was the
subs. Like no Saka. It was so fucking bullshit. That pissed me the fuck off.
Go for it, Robbie.
Like no Saka.
I know where you're going. Robbie.
I'm sorry, but how do you pronounce the coach's name? Tuchel is Tuchel. Fucking all the blame. All the fucking world to blame.
So Taco, do you know who their first sub was out of the game?
It must have been Wemby because they collapsed like they were the Spurs.
No, it was the guy.
That was a good bar. That was a good one.
It was the guy who scored their freaking goal. Why would you take your goal scorer out? They went
because
from
he might be tired. That I don't know.
They went from a 4-4-2, took Gordon out, brought another defender in, went a 5-3-2, went a 5-line, 5 defensemen, and then that's as soon as they did that, Argentina got the ball.
See, I knew that they made the shift, but I didn't realize like the technical terms of the line. And I think the biggest problem that they had with that is you're playing not to lose. You weren't playing to win.
Yeah,
exactly. You know what I mean? But that's also but that and this is part of why I feel like I'm starting to become so passionate about football is because all it is when you really get down to when you look at it through the American lens, all it is I am utilizing basketball movements on a football field with football numbers. Basically, the only difference is I just can't use my hands. I'm just using my feet. Okay, I understand the fucking concept of this goddamn game now. And I'm merging like all the best of both worlds. I'm kicking it into the back of the net. In hockey, you fucking hit it with a stick in the back of the net. So you're merging all the best of like all the worlds, right? Right. Okay, cool. With that being said, and with that being stated, the creativity and the ingenuity that you need in order to be able to play the game, I would easily say next to golf is the hardest sport that I've ever done. Football, second. American football. No. Baseball, third. American football, basketball. Track, like in that order, hardest to easiest. Messi for fucking the first 80 minutes, the first 75 minutes did nothing. You cannot leave a player like Messi in the game that long. You cannot leave a player like Patrick Mahomes in the game that long. You cannot leave a fighter like Mike Tyson in the match that long. There are certain fucking players where it doesn't matter
in the game that long.
You can't leave Jalen Brunson in the game. That I will use that. Yes, there are certain players. There are certain athletes that if you give them the time and the data to be able to develop what it is that you are doing, they will figure you the fuck out. It is chess. And that motherfucker played 3D chess with them for 75 minutes. There was a reason he was taking every corner. He was the point guard. Messi was the point guard the whole fucking time. He was the quarterback the whole time. Motherfuckers talking about I bet it Messi anytime goal and it fucked up my drafting. Did you not watch the game, Brev? Did you not watch the game? This man, he didn't get the goal. This man put on a fucking masterclass of how to play football. But that Spain team on the other side puts on a masterclass every player that they have. You literally have Kucera who has not allowed a fucking single pass past him. He's not the goalkeeper. like that's insane. So I mean, fuck. It's gonna be a good match. I'm gonna be drunk as hell Sunday. I'm gonna go into work Monday with a fucking hangover. We get one last World Cup game. I'm going balls out, bitch. We have notable free agents to talk about in the NFL before we get into one final topic to close out the show. The final topic is a fucking banger. So I'm not going to bring up Brandon Ayuk. He does not count in this free agency. He's out of a job. He's out of the NFL.
He's going to the CFL.
Jesus. Did you see the CFL change their rules?
Which one?
They moved the fucking it's becoming the NFL. They moved the fucking goalpost. Yeah.
Well, they had too many injuries.
Yeah. Player safety.
I think the last guy got a concussion from it.
It's football. We all get concussions, baby. We love this shit.
Yeah, but in the NFL you don't usually get concussions from running into that.
Taking a look here. Notable NFL free agents. So Hopkins is still out there. Debo is still out there. Keenan Allen is still out there. I'm not trying to think about the defensive side of the ball right now, despite being in a draft where we decided to add IDP to our rookie draft simultaneously.
Oh, I was not happy.
I was like, this is fun. I was like, but I'm also not stoned enough to that whole draft. I'm like, bro, like every time my pick is up, I'm like, I need to go hit the blunt. Like I roll one.
I'm the only one that voted no. I was like, God damn it.
Yeah, you were in the minority on that one. I was like, no, I'm bring on the chaos, bitch. No, but for real, what are your thoughts about some of these free agents that are kind of looming and remaining? Najee Harris still out there. With some of these names, I think that there's a contractual strategy to it, and I think there's a reason why certain guys aren't signed.
Well, let's go there. First,
it's a bad case. I think it's about to be a bad case.
No. I think D-Hop doesn't sign until the season starts. He's going to see where things lie. He's going to go for the victory. He's already got the bags.
Taco, do you agree with that on D-Hop? I agree with that on D-Hop.
Yeah, I mean, why does he need to go through some of the bullshit in the early OTAs and all that shit? Like, he's already been in contact with the teams that he's going to be with.
So we're all going to bing, throw. Hey, someone edit this and throw up a green check mark on D-Hop. Ding, D-Hop. We're all there. All right, next one, Mike.
Keenan Allen is an interesting one to me because he's at that point of his career that I do think, even though they made some changes, they're getting Mike McDaniel as the OC and all that, I do think he can end up going back to LA for another year. They don't deserve LA. They deserve San Diego. But I still think there is a chance that he does go back to LA. I also think with that brief stint in Chicago, I think he does one of two things, or one of three things. If he doesn't go back to LA during training camp, he's going to do a D-Hop and wait.
Okay. Wait for a team with the wide receiver injury and cash.
If he doesn't sign, he's not playing ever again.
Taco. Keenan.
That's tough, man. Because
think about trying to edit. I need you to think in clip form. Come on.
Selfishly, I'm hoping that a team like the Giants makes a move on him because we're desperate with Neighbors being out. Like, we're desperate. Like, I don't know who our number 2 is. God forbid we talk about like a number 1 when Neighbors is gone.
Let's not even think about team. Let's not even think about team.
He's the guy I want. I don't want Diggs. I don't want any of the. If you give me Keenan,
no one wants Diddy Diggs. No one wants Diddy Diggs. We're not bringing up Diggs in this situation.
He's the best. He's the best wide receiver available on the market. I take him over Debo. Give me Keenan Allen.
Okay. I was about to say, I thought you were going to say that about Diggs. Diggs has a weird case. Why is he around? All right. We are not, no NFL team is interested in Ayuk or Diggs. We're leaving them off this whole thing. All right. So Keenan Allen, are we on sign before the season or
I think he's going to sign during.
You see, okay. So after so after season starts. So he's
Yes.
going to week 1 onwards.
I think he probably signs in the preseason.
All right. So you're
preseason.
All right. Ding. I'm going to go. I think he is going to sign in the preseason. I think that he would want to get with a team, pre-week 1. I think that he's going to be a pre-week 1 signee. Whereas I think that, I think D-Hop, we all said he's going somewhere. Yeah, we all said, yeah.
I think D-Hop ends up back in Ravens. So it's not even a problem.
We'll leave the last wide receiver Debo for last. So we're going to get into Najee Harris. Does Najee Harris sign before week 1, or is he probably just going to wait for like a running back injury and cash? And he has had meetings with Seattle and the Raiders. Taco, you get to start this one.
Thank you for the easiest one. It is definitely a wait till there's an injury. Ain't nobody want him. You know what he is right now? He is the Will Smith meme. Somebody cue up Uncle Phil. Why don't they want me? No, bro. Just no.
To your point, before I pass it to Mike, he did get caught on Neon Stream bringing up, players go back to the locker room and they check their social media, which means if you're checking your social media, you might be checking which is a punishable offense underneath NFL bylaws, which could mean that teams are probably going to be like, yeah, fuck that, unless they're in a situation for injury. So I'm going to go with you, Mike.
Injury or straight up retirement?
All of us on Najee Harris. Does not either he signs with a team because of injury or retirement. I'm with you there. I like that take too. And then finally, Debo Samuel. I hate how I just said his name. I try to be like French with it. Bad timing. Debo, Mike, you did get the lead on the first 2, so I'm gonna let Taco lead on this one. This one's interesting.
I think it's an interesting case for Debo because he provides a lot of
versatility,
play ability. Yeah, versatility. That's proper term. But he's so often injured, and I feel like I don't know if it's concentration.
He wasn't injured. He wasn't injured too much last season.
What?
He wasn't injured too much last season.
But he was
a victim of circumstance. He was a victim of circumstance last season because he had Mariota as his quarterback most of the season, and actually we were playing a third stringer, even sometimes 2.
Part of me thinks he probably just ends up back where he was. Like you said, that they need a wide receiver 2 again. Like you said, he's a victim of circumstance. You've had him in the building. He's better than getting Ayuk. I mean, why not just bring him back? He's versatile.
You make a valid point. I'm gonna be honest. I kind of wrote him off after us drafting Antonio Williams, but you kind of in a fucked up way makes sense.
Yeah. Especially that versatility factor when you have Jaden Daniels and you have Debo. It just frees up Terry to be scary Terry and just kind of fly down the field and do what he has to do. And you're just kind of not have to fucking fuck with Debo, who's just moving all over the formation, be a little dump off a little bit here.
Here's the thing. Here's what I think where that becomes a convoluted situation that I won't get into too deep on the specific show. We're gonna have to start sparking up after the World Cup. We're gonna have to start sparking up our middle of the week podcast anyways. I just think that it's a convoluted situation just because of his versatility. I think that there is still a little bit of extra money there that teams are just a little bit worried about paying. And I don't think that it has necessarily to do with injury. I just think that he's just being overlooked and bypassed. but I also think that there maybe could be a situation where like the agent is fucking up the negotiations for Debo, because Debo is a player that I agree with you, Taco, where it's like you should have been signed, and it sounds like the agent is money hungry bitch.
Here's one question I have, because I think that's all your wide receivers, right?
This is going to close out the segment. So Mike is going to close out the segment.
So after Mike, I got a question.
Okay, so I do think he signs before. I think he signs either before preseason. He signs before preseason game start.
So you go ding as well. So okay, so Taco went ding, you went ding. Okay.
But here's the thing. I'm going a different direction than Taco, though. There's a team out there that lost a couple wide receivers who likes that kind of style of player at times. And I'm kind of mad that Robbie went on freaking, because he's going to love this take.
I'm listening.
Let's go back a handful of years, Robbie.
Oh, shit.
There was a coaching staff that had Sean McVay, Shanahan, and LaFleur on it at Washington for Mike Shanahan. I think Deebo Samuel is going to go end up playing in Green Bay for Mike LaFleur.
That would be nasty. That would be nasty.
He's already played for Shanahan, same system.
Yep. Exactly. I mean, and David Blau's system is going to be more focused on going vertical, so I don't see that much of a usage for Debo in a system that is going to be predicated on not really the end around, not really the jet sweep, which is a masterclass that Debo puts on display. I'm gonna go before the preseason, just because I feel like that. Obviously, one, he has the youth that the other players don't have, which does make him a commodity. Two, he adds the versatility to anyone's playbook that if you pencil him in and you give him the ball, he can go in, he can make some things happen. Would I love for him to step back in the building? I absolutely have no problems with that. I think that I would be completely happy with any of the wide receivers that we just listed. I feel like that Najee's the only one that we're really like, yo, fuck you, just get out of the NFL. And I don't think that Najee necessarily did anything to deserve that, other than open up his big ass mouth about players going to their phones in the locker room on Neon Stream. But who doesn't get in trouble when they go on Neon Stream? This is just why you don't go on that stream, you know? There is one final topic that I want to get into.
Oh, sorry, one quick question. It's really quick. Do you think Miami signs any of these guys?
No.
I think they're done.
No. I think that they're done. I think that they're done, and I think that it's completely injustice of what they've done to Jeff Housley. Unless you're gonna get, unless you've already in your mind said, "Hey, we're taking this year, so this year doesn't count on your contract." like. But it's so fucked up what they did to Jeff Housley, but it's also fucked up for him for taking that job.
But so couldn't you see, like, to me, I see Debo as being someone that could possibly work down there.
I'm gonna be honest. I hate talking Miami football. Well, just because I don't like talking about perpetual just down spiraling. And I just don't think that it's fair that. All right, I'll put it like this. If Miami were to employ me, you know what? It's a better paycheck than what the fuck I am getting. So you know what? I would take it to go be one of their social media guys, one of their marketing guys, you know, whatever. I would also know that it would be very hard for me to get hired anywhere else because the fact that I worked with the fucking Miami Dolphins.
Let's be real.
They are not like, you work with the NFL team. Good on you. You work with the fucking Dolphins.
Here's the problem. I would get fired within the first 90 minutes of me working for the Miami. If I was like this, if I got hired as a social media director for the Miami Dolphins, I would be fired within the first 90 minutes because I would not be able to not change their social media logos to a porpoise.
Oh my gosh.
Because that's what that team is right now. They don't even have the dignity of a dolphin.
It's the same. I mean, it's the same animal. So they're mammals. They're mammals. The smart motherfuckers.
Hey, Flipper will come and attack you if you piss
just
him
don't
off.
be on a yacht. You're safe from dolphins. Just don't be on a yacht.
I would love to see the Facebook comments.
I thought dolphins attack yachts. It's the orcas that attack the yachts.
Oh,
we don't give a fuck about the yachts. But I do want to be politically correct here to the dolphin community, to the porpoise community, or either the orca community. Pete is so gonna fucking sue me for this skit. This is the panda skit all over again. All right. Oh God. That time that Ty Boogie fucking got a cease and desist from Pete.
Oh no, he's saying that the new Fins logo is an orca. No.
Oh.
No. An orca is too good for that.
No, it's not.
They're attack animals. This Miami Dolphin is not.
New Dolphins logo. This better not.
Wait, what? Oh,
no, that's just a whale. No, that's a whole ass whale.
What's he talking about?
Hey, bro, tell me that's not a whale. That's a whale. That's a humpback whale, bro. The new Dolphins logo is a whole ass whale.
She may be a little chunky, but she's not that fat.
Bro, look at the tail. All right. Oh, I get what you're saying, Taco. Tortop. Bro, tell me that's not a whale. Look at the old logo with the helmet. Look at the new logo. Tell me that's not a humpback whale.
That's weird.
What is this, Star Trek?
That's a whale, bro. The new Dolphins logo is a whale. I'm calling them the whales now. Hey, Hockey, shout out to Hockey. That's an old school hat. I had an old
city are they from?
Hat.
What city are they from?
Was it Seattle?
The Hartford Whalers.
Or it was Hartford. It was Hartford. Hey, bro, I just had the fucking hat, dude. I was like fucking 4 years old, dude. I just had a hat. Did y'all hear about? Obviously, you heard about it because of who the player is that I'm going to mention.
You're talking about LA?
Have you seen that the workouts have ramped up for Aaron Donald at the Rams facility?
Yeah.
I mean, is there a question that he's coming back?
Huh?
I mean, in my mind's eye, if the season starts and he hasn't signed up, I will be shocked. Like, I believe that he's going to come in, but he's going to be like all the other old guys we talked about. Wait till OTAs are done. Let the first 2 weeks of preseason come in. You come in week 3. You get ready, and your first game is game 1.
But hear me out. Hear me out.
He will be back.
So first, yes, this is a segment on is he returning or retiring? Hear me out. That first game is in Australia.
Oh, fuck that then.
So why not return when the team comes back?
Yeah.
He'll announce right after.
You want to travel. It depends on how he feels about Australia.
He could announce right after preseason and then say, "Oh, I'm not quite ready," and then
this is true, which would technically make him sign before the season starts.
Yeah.
I think it's super interesting that it could be him and Myles Garrett on the same defensive line. That's going to be scary hours, and then you add the fact that Trent McDuffie is going to be in the backfield. I'm so happy that my big money draft is not until September 7th. We're 54 days away from the opening kickoff of the NFL season.
Yeah.
And thank God that for that draft, that is the date that everyone voted on and decided.
I got to draft that Tuesday night.
Dude, if I get the ability to snag the Rams defense, that could be the make or break in this specific league. This specific league.
What you're scoring?
It's for the most part. It's for the most part, regular PPR.
No,
but
I just meant on the defensive side of the ball. Like, is it?
It's
sack high, or
you get a regular defense and you get one IDP player.
Oh, okay.
So I'm thinking about type shit. Let me snag the Rams. Let me snag Miles or Aaron. And let me, the week that the Rams go on a bye, just be like, because I've done this in this league before where it's like, are you sure you want to have those people for that? Yeah. I'm going to, because I'll know that I'll eat that week. And then I'll get into the playoffs and then I'll dust motherfuckers. So, I don't know. I'm looking at the Rams right now. The offense is loaded. The offense is stacked. I don't know how you don't look at this team as Super Bowl favorites. I don't know how, if you're Aaron Donald, how you don't come back. Outside of the wife not wanting you to return to football. Why else are you in the facility this much? Why else are you're not just trying to get back into game shape, playing shape, just for the fuck of it. No one does that.
No.
You don't ramp the body back up for high performance without going to commit high performance. I think that Aaron Donald's coming. You heard it here first. Aaron Donald's coming back.
I'd put money on it too.
Aaron Donald's coming back. I mean, I would say, put money on it, but I don't know how. I guess you could bet that shit on Kalshi, but I don't endorse that prediction market shit. I'm not a prediction market guy. I'm not big on that. So, I mean, but if that's your game and if that's how you get your bread, I'm not going to discredit how anybody gets their bread. If you want to throw some money on Aaron Donald returning, I'm letting you know he's going to return. I'm going to report it here first. And we're going to clip this joint so that when it happens, we're going to release it with the timestamp on this joint. And yeah. Oh, by the way, new enhancement for all of our Twitch followers. Or actually, I think that this is only for me. I don't know if it's for me or for you guys. Apparently, you guys can now say, or it can now be said, clip this in the middle of stream, and you guys can clip. Clips can now be made via your fucking voice. I don't know if that's a feature for just me, the streamer, the host, or if that's a feature for you guys. But I think that's pretty fucking cool. So be on the lookout for like some like native like Twitch streams. I don't know how I'm gonna work that yet, because I really like having the ability to stream on both. And YouTube is my baby. I fucking love YouTube. I like Twitch when I have to do shit that's like off copyright. Other than that, anything else that anybody wants to add for the evening?
Not besides have some fun this weekend, party it up, watch the Sunday game. Don't forget there's a game tomorrow. I will probably be barbecuing a ribeye and watching France and England.
Oh, that's right. There is there is
France
that.
and England.
There's a third place game.
France?
Yeah, I forgot. Usman is fighting.
Yeah, he is.
That could be. Look, I know earlier I shitted on the UFC. At
I'll
the
probably
beginning
watch
of the
that
show,
too.
but yeah, I'll definitely watch that. I'm not betting anything UFC.
Hey, Taco, you weren't here earlier. Did you hear the real reason that the France lost the game against Spain?
Mm-mm.
They decided to wear blue and white in the Dallas Cowboys Stadium.
Jesus.
I knew you'd appreciate that.
Yeah. Now that I'm a
other-
Knicks fan and we won, it feels even better.
Wow. Other than that, IRL from the pitch tomorrow. During the People's Cup match, live here in Denver, right in the heart of the city. In terms of that fight, Leafs,
It's Usman's first. Isn't he moving up?
Yeah, I was about to say.
He moved up to 185, right?
We ain't seen a Usman. We ain't seen Usman in a hot minute, but hear me out. Plus 180 underdog.
I know you're gonna think it's. I think you're gonna.
He fought Cosmo at 85 before.
Oh, okay, he did fight. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure. If it was 195, I'd probably say yeah.
Give me Dricus.
Yeah.
Give me Dricus in that fight. Cannoneer's fighting on that fight as well. Okay, yep. It's a good card. It's a
good card for being a fight night. It's a good card
for coming off of last week's disaster for Dana.
Yeah.
Thank you for the Maxway Holloway or for the Max Holloway payout. You know, I'll still take that. I have not the way I would have wanted it, but other than that, this has been Rumboyz After Dark. We covered World Cup. We covered NFL. We talked a little NBA. If you're pissed that Shohei outbeat Bam for best athlete, you don't watch sports and you don't know ball. You don't know how impressive that shit was. Shout out to my Dodgers for returning back to Yankee Stadium and laying down big dick energy tonight.
Oh, please.
You like that.
Oh, wait, is that from that Prof song? Big dick energy, because I got a big dick.
I mean, I wasn't referencing the song, but I mean, you know, shit. Other than that, I'm Rumboyz Robbie. That's Drop the Mic FF. That's TDS Taco. We're the Rumboyz. Cheers to me. Cheers to you. All the Rumboyz and girls, what it do. Dilly dilly. Be on the lookout for the release dates for the tour.
Yo, tune into the Rumble.
I hit the wrong fucking note.